So in this particular video, I'm going to answer probably one of the most asked questions in real estate. Can you really start investing in real estate with zero money? Roll that intro. Welcome back, everybody. Such a pleasure to be back. If you're new here, welcome. My name is AlexBeltran, and I talk about real estate tricks, tips, and topics. So if you're in the real estate business, aspiring to join the real estate business, or you just want some guidance or references to everything that the real estate industry encompasses, then go ahead and smash that subscribe button, hit that little bell, because we're just going to keep on rolling with this. So just to not waste any time here, I'm just going to go on ahead and answer the question. Can you start investing in real estate with zero money? The answer is, no. And if someone is telling you, yes, then wait for it, because they're getting ready to sell you a seminar that's gonna unlock all the hidden secrets of real estate. So this is the end of our show. Hey, I'll see you guys next week. Peace. So, are all the posers gone? Okay, well, the answer really is no. You can't start investing in real estate with zero money, at least not in the way that most people consider starting to invest in real estate with zero money. Because even with zero down FHA loans, you have to have some money in the bank for closing costs and or to prove to the bank that you can actually pay for the house. Hey, Future Alex here. I'm actually editing the video right now. I realized that I just misspoke there. What I really meant was zero down VA loans. All right, now back to the video. So it really does fascinate me that there are a bunch of dummies on the internet that think that with no money and no income, they're just gonna purchase a 4 or 5 day real estate seminar that's gonna unlock all the hidden secrets of the real estate world that no one wants to tell them. And armed with that knowledge, they're just gonna magically buy a house. I mean, keep buying those seminars and procrastinating, I guess, but do myself and other serious investors a little favor and step aside so that we can talk about the real nuances of what it is to purchase real estate for zero money. Whoa, you're still here. Color me impressed. I mean, you're already on the right track. So let's get started with the basics. So reasons come first, results come second. And I say this because I truly believe that in order to succeed in this grueling endeavor called real estate investment, you have to have strong enough reasons in order to get you through the challenges that lie ahead. Keep in mind, real estate is a long-term investment, so don't expect to get rich overnight by investing in real estate. So if you're looking to get rich overnight, then just go ahead and stop the video here and go back to finding those $3,500 seminars about wholesale real estate or seller financing, where the only person that's really getting rich is the person that's selling you that seminar. Throughout my 9 years in the real estate business, what I have learned is that if you don't have strong enough reasons to do something, you're probably gonna give up before the major breakthrough. So how about we just all get on the same page first? Real estate is not a liquid asset. While the property does create cash flow on a monthly basis, the actual property and the structure is not liquid. Even though the property can be worth $200,000, but if you need a quick 20, you can't just pull it out of the value of the house like an ATM. Now, if you're looking up if you can start investing in real estate with zero money, then most likely you're in the beginning stages of your real estate investment career. So I'm gonna run through a couple of scenarios that I have seen creative investors do in order to get started, even though they didn't necessarily have the funds to get started. Now, I understand that there are different levels of real estate investors. You have the casual investor that has one, maybe two houses, where the income that those properties produce is enough to cover their living expenses and they can live a very comfortable life. And then you have, for lack of a better term, professional real estate investors, where the more doors that they own, the better. The motivation, it may be case by case, but most likely what they have in common is that they want to create cash flow and financial independence. So at the end of the day, casual investor, professional investor, you have to get started somehow. And much like everything in life, getting started is really the hardest part. A lot of the people that ask me how to start investing in real estate ask me because they want to get out of that rat race. They realize that they have to make some type of change, and they keep hearing words like cash flow, 1031 exchange, multifamily housing, which makes them feel overwhelmed and think to themselves, I can't do all that. Not to mention that they feel that they can't make the extra money to even begin getting started in real estate. So the next logical question is, how do you make more money? By working smarter, harder, and not falling into the trap of upgrading your life along with that pay increase. Save that money until you get a down payment, or use that extra money to make micro investments to help you reach your financial goals quicker. You know your strengths and your weaknesses. I'm not your high school guidance counselor, so I'm not gonna sit here and recommend any side jobs or side hustles or anything like that. Whatever is available to you, do it. There is no way around it. There is no magic button. There is no cheat code. If you want to do this, you're going to have to put that grind in, especially in the beginning. It may take you several months or a couple years. Figure it out. And most importantly, when you're investing in real estate, invest in the cash flow that the property generates. This isn't to say that you should disregard the speculation of what the property is going to be worth in the future. I'm just saying to prioritize the cash flow. So I'm sure you must be telling yourself, what does this have to do with starting real estate with zero money? Relax, walk before you run. The zero money thing comes in way later. Now, before I get started with all the scenarios, if you came to this video thinking that I'm going to talk about wholesale real estate or seller financing real estate, then this video really isn't for you. I personally don't consider wholesale real estate as investing in real estate because you are not owning the property. You're just repackaging a contract. That's like me, AlexBeltran, the real estate agent, saying that I'm investing in real estate because I have a listing contract with the seller. And that really isn't true. Yes, I make a commission off the sale of the property, but it is not an investment that's going to create cash flow in the future. Nothing against wholesale real estate at all. I mean, it's a very lucrative way of making money in real estate, but it's not an investment. As for the seller financing option, while you do own the property, the level of risk is very high because you have essentially 2 mortgages on one house. Remember the 2007 market crash? Now, there is a time and place for seller financing options, but to make that your entry into the real estate investing world, you're kind of writing a check that your tush can't cash. Now, if you successfully started investing in real estate with the whole seller financing option, then respect. But, let's be real here. You were probably in the real estate business for a while because that's not a beginner real estate move at all. Scenario 1. One of my clients actually worked the system. Now, to be clear, I'm not telling you to commit loan fraud. Don't do it. Please don't commit loan fraud. That is bad. What I'm telling you is to read the fine print. Know the rule book to the game that you were playing. While there are a lot of down payment assistance programs, they aren't good for beginner real estate investors because of all the rules that you have to follow. Those rules are designed to prevent real estate investors from taking advantage of those types of loans. Now, the FHA loan for real estate investors gets a bad rap. I mean, I can already hear people smashing down on those keyboards. The PMI alone isn't worth it, or the payment is too high. Listen, guys. Real estate is a long-term endeavor and you have to strategize. There is truth to the fact that you will have to pay a PMI or a private mortgage insurance for any loan that you get with less than 20% down. But it's like an average of between $40 to $60 difference. $40 to $60 disqualifies you from getting started, then I'm sorry, but you're not ready to start investing in real estate just yet. And there is truth to the fact that your monthly mortgage is going to be higher. You always have to weigh out your risks. But the important part is that my client got the house. Now, with an FHA loan, there is a stipulation that you have to live on the property in order to obtain the loan. All right, be honest, without Googling or anything like that, raise your hand if you knew that a fourplex is still considered a single family residence. For those of you that are raising your hand because you knew this already but still haven't gotten started, what are you doing? Get out there and buy some real estate, you silly goose. Now, I know that there are more people smashing down on their keyboards saying that it's not worth it or that these types of deals are really hard to find. And yeah, this isn't easy. It takes a lot of research. But let me tell you what my client did. He was originally renting an apartment for $700 a month. People in Los Angeles are like, wait, what? There's parts of the world where rent is less than $2,000 a month? After months of researching and checking out a bunch of properties, we found a fourplex for $200,000. He got a 30-year FHA loan at 4.1% interest rate. Depending on when you see this video, interest rates may be way higher or somehow way lower. His monthly mortgage was $1,296.32. But let's just go ahead and round that up to $1,300. That's almost twice as much as what he was currently paying, but he got a fourplex. Now remember, he has to live on the property, which means that he has 3 remaining units to rent out to tenants. Now, in order to cut even on just the mortgage payment, he would have to rent out each unit at about $432. So ideally, in order to truly cut even, he'd probably want to rent those units anywhere between $450 to about $500 in order to cover the taxes, insurance, and maintenance of the property. I'm using very generic numbers. Always calculate your numbers. Now, for the down payment on his FHA loan of 3.5% equals $7,000 plus closing costs, let's say about 8,500 bucks rounded off, which means that he is now living for free and he gets to pocket that $700 a month that he was previously paying for rent. Meaning that in 13 months, he essentially bought real estate for zero money. Ayo, do you see how that whole zero money thing works out? But during that time, he just kept saving that $700 to fund his next real estate goal. But you can use that money for other types of investments because you just freed yourself from the hamster wheel. And now you can start making long game decisions, not including the appreciation of the property and the equity that you were building up, as well as the little cherry on top, the tax benefits of being a real estate owner. That was a really good situation. In fact, that was pretty much best case scenario. Like I mentioned before, real estate is a long game. Keep in mind that in real estate, you have to eat for a long time before you really start seeing those rewards. In fact, in the beginning, you're not gonna see those fat stacks of cash that everyone keeps talking about, but you're well on your way to succeeding in real estate. This is where those very important reasons will be tested, but you will break through. Scenario 2, and I think that this is what most people imagine when they think of investing in real estate with zero money. You partner up with someone. You may not have a single dime in your pocket, or hell, you're in the negatives. But what you do have is time and energy. Partner up with someone that does have the money and work your ass off. They have the money and you take care of the day-to-day operations. It's gonna be really hard to find an investor like this. It really is. In fact, I think that this is probably the more complicated one out of the two scenarios that I just gave to you. Because who are you gonna call? Not Ghostbusters. Who will listen? There are a lot of unknown variables. But technically speaking, if you do take this route, you aren't paying for real estate monetarily. You're paying for it with your work. And although the house may not be 100% in your name, whatever portion of it is in your name, you bought with zero money. Honestly, the only way I've seen this successfully work is because you've been involved in the business for a while. You can't just walk off the street into someone's office and try to lay down that fire real estate plan. They're not gonna take you seriously. You have to provide value. And honestly, building up your reputation as someone that is capable of handling real estate investments is paramount. This goes for wholesaling real estate as well, because you have to find the seller and the buyer and bring them together in order to make wholesaling work. Same with seller financing. A normal seller isn't gonna offer you seller financing just because you took a 4-day seminar. Now I know that from an outsider's point of view, this may look like that one meme. Yeah, that one, right there. What it means is that you're gonna have to find another way to get in front of these real estate investors and make them take you seriously. There is no step-by-step process to this. The way that I was able to do it was to become a real estate agent. I don't know if that was the best or the most efficient way of doing it, but that's what I did. And scenario 3, it's actually best and easier to go at this alone, at least in the beginning. You will have to find properties that fit your budget. It may mean that you look outside of your city or even your state. You will need good credit, almost at minimum $10,000 in your bank. This doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna spend that entire $10,000, but banks will most likely wanna see that you have some type of financial cushion, proof of income, and self-discipline to accomplish your goals. And that's really it. Like I mentioned earlier, you may not hit those super high ROIs. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if in the first few properties you barely make a profit at all. This is a numbers game after all. This is why finding good deals is paramount. Once those properties appreciate in the following years, as well as increase in rent prices, you're gonna be the one with the fat bank account. While all these naysayers will still be taking those start real estate with zero money down seminars, adamant that there is a cheat code to all of this. Done now is better than perfect never. Now I know that this video was a little more serious and to the point than some of my previous videos, but this is a serious topic because everyone wants to make it big, but no one wants to put in the work and take a chance to do so. Look, leaders eat last. You will be rewarded in the long run. Thinking that there's a shortcut because someone convinced you to pay several $1,000s for a seminar to show you how to get started in real estate for zero money? That sounds pretty dumb when you say it out loud. You could have used that money to actually get started investing in real estate. Which brings me to my question of the day. What is stopping you from getting started in real estate? Seriously, I want to know so I can make hyper-specific videos to help you get started. If you found this video informative or entertaining, go on ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to keep up to date with everything that I'm doing in real estate, go on ahead and give me a follow on Instagram. I'm going to go on ahead and link more real estate related content here and here. Other than that, catch you guys next week. Peace. For real this time.